Let me share my screen, guys. Okay, done. Yes, let me go to the server and installation is completed, guys. And one more thing, guys, I have already shared the softwares and one document with you, notes. Okay, the notes contains half of the course, guys, half of the course. It will contain half of the course. I have already shared those who completed the payment. I have already shared the softwares and notes with you guys. Sometimes you might not see in your inbox. Go and check in the spam, guys. Why? Because I am sending to bulk people, right? So at a time 15 16 people I am sending. So it will treat it as a bulk. So in that case, go and check in the spam folders. You can see those files in the spam folders, guys. And just click on, once you open that mail, just click on move to inbox, so that next time when I send any emails, it won't go to spam folders. Okay, there is an option, some option will be there. I don't remember that option. Mark it as not a spam. Okay, you have to click on that option, so that next time it won't go to spam. Simply it will go to your inbox, guys. Okay, sir, one SQL Server need one Windows server. Can I install more than one SQL Server in one Windows server? Definitely, Jayesh. You can install multiple SQL servers in a Windows machine. This is one Windows machine, right? 1.5, right? So you can install 50 SQL servers in one Windows machine, Jayesh. In one Windows machine, in one Windows server, you can install
This
50.
instance and SQL Server same, both are
Same.
same.
See, instance is
Okay,
another
okay,
technical word of server. Okay. SQL Server or SQL instance. As a DBS, we are going to call it as a SQL instance. One instance is nothing but one SQL Server software copy.
okay, okay.
Okay, so you like that you can install 50 SQL servers in one Windows machine, guys. Of course,
Okay,
I
one
am
is a default and 49 is
correct.
a name, no? Correct.
Correct,
Okay,
correct.
okay.
Okay, I'm going to
Okay.
cover that during the installation. So now everything is ready, guys. So chalo, let's install the SQL Server now. So everything is ready. So what I can do now? So I want to install the SQL Server. What I should have, guys? I should have SQL Server software, right? I should have SQL Server software. So what I can do? I can copy the SQL Server software. Usually in the organization, guys, all the softwares will be there in a shared folder. In the organization, all the softwares will be there in a all SQL related software, SQL Server related softwares will be there in a shared folder. Shared folder. Okay, so you should know the path of the shared folder, guys. Okay, check with your colleague. They will share you the shared path location. So it will be like this. Okay, double backslash might be a server name. Okay, something dot domain name dot com, infosys dot com, backslash SQL DBA team. Okay, backslash SQL softwares. So like this, I'm just giving you an example path, guys. Okay, so what you can do, check with your colleagues in this folder. There is a separate shared folder for DBA team. In this folder, scripts will be there. In this folder, softwares will be there. In this folder, service packs will be there. Cumulative updates will be there. Whatever, if we are using it regularly, DBA team, okay, will maintain a shared folder. This shared folder can be accessible from all the servers, guys. Okay, this year, why? Because now actually what I have to do, I have to attach the SQL Server software here. But you might ask one question, sir, I don't have control on this machine. How can I attach? Can I copy the software from my local laptop to the Windows server? No, you cannot do those two things. One thing is you don't have control on this VM manager, first thing. Second thing is, if you are trying to copy the softwares from your local laptop to the Windows server, it will be failed. Okay, so two things you cannot do in the organization. So what is the third way? The third way and final way is organization. We are going to maintain a shared paths. This shared paths, in this shared paths, we are going to maintain a softwares. All version softwares you can see 2012, 2014, 2016, 2017, 2019, and service packs and cumulative updates and some documents, SOP documents. Okay, SOP documents. What is meant by SOP, guys? What is SOP? SOP documents, they will ask you. Standard operating procedures, guys. Means how to deal with these things. Okay, SOP documents, they will tell you SOP documents, SOP documents. SOP documents means how to do the things. There is a procedure. like a protocol kind of thing. Okay, you have to do this, you have to do this, like that. You will have a protocol based on the SOP documents only. You have to work with the servers, guys. Okay, done. Okay, so in the organization you will have shared location. In the shared location you will have softwares, guys. So what you can do, check with your colleague, ask what is our shared path. You will give the path, just copy the path, go to the server. Okay, open the windows, run in the server, just paste it here and hit enter. The path will open if it exists. If it not exists, you will get error like this. Why? Because there is no such path actually. I'm just giving you an example. Okay, so there is no such path, so that's why I'll get an error. Okay, in the organization also, if the path is wrong, you will get this kind of error, network error. This is how you have to copy the files from shared location to the Windows Server in the organization. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to attach the SQL Server directly. So earlier I just attached Windows Server, right? This time I'll replace Windows Server with SQL Server. Go to the settings again, go to the storage again, select the Windows machine. I'll replace my Windows software with the SQL Server 2017. Guys, we'll discuss how to install SQL Server 2017. So you might ask one question, sir, is there any difference between installing 2012, installing 2014, 2017, 2016, 2019? No, all are same. One or two extra screens will be there. That's it. There is no major differences, guys. Installing again, don't ask, sir, can you show me how to install SQL 2019? No, not useful. Same thing. What we did in 2017, the same thing, the same way, the same step, the same settings, the same values you have to select. Okay, same options you have to select. So everything is same. Might be one or two extra screens will be there that you can easily understand. Okay, guys. So installing any version of SQL Server is same. Of course, old versions like SQL 2005 and all, there is a little bit small. There also concepts are same, but the interface is different. That's it. There also whatever we are selecting now, instances, authentication, service accounts, components, selecting components, all the things are same. Okay, but the interface now, this is an advanced interface, right? For 2005 old interface you can see. Okay, I just attached my 2017 software, guys. Now click OK. Now earlier in the D drive I can see Windows Server, which is 4.2 GB, 23 GB Windows Server. Okay, now as I just changed my Windows Server to SQL Server, okay, now just refresh it. Now you can see SQL Server, which is 1.43 GB, guys. SQL Server 2017. I'm installing developer edition. All features will work in the developer edition of SQL Server, guys. So all the features you can enjoy and you can work with it and you can practice. So developer edition is free, right, from 2017 onwards. So you can install developer edition. So now the SQL setup, you can see software name also SQL setup x64, 64-bit. Okay, now what I can do, don't double click on it, guys, just open it. Now you can see a setup file here. Okay, setup file, click on the setup file, right click, run as administrator. Guys, as a DBS you have to remember one very important thing. Any application files, I'm saying application files, you can see the type of the file is application. Any application files you have to open with run as admin mode. This is very important, guys. Write it down somewhere. Any application files. Okay, that's why whenever I log into the machine, if you observe it clearly or not, I'll open my Oracle VirtualBox with run as admin mode, guys. Run as admin mode is an excellent option, guys. If any issues are there, okay, those issues can be fixed. Okay, if any issues are there, those issues can be fixed. Small issues will come, guys, if you directly double click on it, or and if you are opening the application with run as admin mode, there is a difference. Okay, sometimes if you double click on it directly, you will get some different errors and all. Okay, the simple solution is you have to open the application with run as admin mode. Okay, so again, guys, as I said like that, don't try to open the folders with run as admin mode. You don't see that option. Only for the applications you can see run as admin mode. For the folders, notepads, okay, word documents, for that no need to open run as admin mode. Applications like Oracle VirtualBox, okay, or else your SQL Server setup file, these kind of things you have to open with run as admin mode. Once you open with run as admin, again, guys, it's very important. If you don't open with run as, sometimes I'm saying, sometimes you don't get any errors, sometimes you will get some different errors and all. The solution, simple solution is, even though if you search in the Google, you cannot find the solution so easily. You have to search lot of time. Okay, but the simple solution is try to open the applications with run as admin mode. This is how you will get, guys. It's showing like reconnecting. When your internet is not good or if your internet packets are dropping, then usually you'll get it. Automatically it will be back, guys. Okay, so no issues. Fine. So now there are different pages. We'll call this each one as a page: planning page, installation page, maintenance page, tools page, resources page, advanced page, options page. Sir, I want to know what are the hardware and software requirements to install SQL Server 2017. Go to planning phase. Click on this link. It will open the whole document. You can see from very minute point, okay, what requirement should be there for SQL Server, installing SQL Server 2017, 2019, anything, any software. You can see the hardware and software requirements. Everything, lot of requirements will be there, guys. But nothing to worry about those requirements. Why? Because the server which we will got from the Windows team already satisfied with all the requirements, so nothing to worry about those requirements and all. You can happily, okay, install the SQL Server. Only thing is, make sure .NET framework is installed or not. Okay, so if .NET framework is installed, then you can happily, okay, go for the SQL Server installation, guys. If it is not installed, guys, you can see, okay, one check will be failed during pre-checks. So there I'll show you guys. Okay, you can see here all other editions. Memory for express edition, minimum 512 MB RAM we should have. Okay, all other editions 1 GB. Recommended express edition 1 GB. This is minimum is different, guys. Recommended is different. Okay, minimum is different. Recommended is different. Okay, minimum means it can run with minimum resources. Recommended means it will give you the best performance with that recommended what we can say resources, guys. All other editions at least 4 GB should be good, guys, to increase like should be increased as like database size increases to ensure optimal performance. And the processor, you should have minimum 1.4 gigahertz. Recommended is 2 gigahertz processor is good, guys. And processor type x64 AMD processor or AMD Athlon, Intel Xeon. Most of the servers, guys, in the organization, if you see in the organization, most of the servers will use Intel Xeon processors, guys. Intel Xeon processors are excellent processors. Most of the Windows servers will use Intel Xeon processors. Where I can see in the MS Info 32. Okay, the server information and all. Now someone asked, right, sir, how to find whether this is a virtual machine or physical machine. Now tell me, guys, is this a virtual machine or physical machine?
Virtual machine.
Virtual
Virtual
machine. So you
box,
can see here
Physical.
system model,
system
virtual
model.
box. Okay. So if it is a physical machine, guys, you can see Dell, you can see Lenovo, you can see like Asus, you can see HP, you can see IBM machines. Okay. Different vendors you can see, guys. If it is a virtual box, you can see virtual box, you can see VMware, you can see Hyper-V. So if you see these kind of terminologies, that is your virtual machine, guys. And you can see here i3 processor, and this is my processor. It is just using a, okay, one core, guys. Okay, in the organization you can see Xeon processors, Intel Xeon processors. Okay, so most of the servers will use Xeon processors, guys, Intel Xeon processors. So if you want, no one will ask you what are the hardware and software. In case if still anyone asked, okay, so you can simply tell .NET framework is the main requirement, and 1 GB RAM, 2 GB is recommended, something like that. You can explain them. Okay, so these are the documentation. We don't want to go through this documentation, guys, so definitely you can directly jump into the installation phase. This is called installation center. Okay, installation center. When you open the setup file, you will get this installation center, guys. You will get this installation center. Now go to installation phase. Now I want to install SQL Server installation, right? Standalone installation. I want to go for a standalone installation. Okay, so what is this standalone, sir? How many types of installations we have? There are two types of installation. One is standalone, second one is cluster installation.
Cluster.
Standalone, cluster installation. Cluster installation we'll discuss after 1 month, guys. Exactly from now we'll discuss the clustering after 1 month. Standalone means installing a SQL Server on an individual machine or servers is called standalone installation. Installing the server on group of machines is called clustering, guys. Okay, group of machines is called clustering. So I have only one machine, right? One individual machine. I have one individual server. I have. So what I can do, I can happily install SQL Server. So now which option I have to choose, guys? This is an individual machine. I have to choose a standalone instance. Okay, so install SQL Server standalone instance. So you can choose that option. Then you can start proceeding, guys. Okay, new SQL Server standalone installation or add features to an existing installation. This is the only option, guys. Later, say for example, with the SQL Server, you will get what other components, guys? SSIS, SSAS, you will get these
SSRS.
components, right? So now customer asked, hey, please install SQL Server. Now you install SQL Server. After 1 month, he came back to you, hey, can you please install SSIS also? Or can you please install SSAS also, or RS, or master data services? If customer is asking other extra components, again you have to click on the same option. Why? Because it is showing install new SQL Server installation or add features to an existing installation. If you want to add later after installation, if you want to add extra components, for that also you have to select this option only. Okay, guys, chalo. You'll get this window. You are trying to install developer edition, guys. If you want to install enterprise, sorry, Express and all, you can select any of these things. But don't install Express edition. You don't get features, all features, and evaluation edition also. All features won't there. Developer edition, you can work with all features. You have enterprise edition. Simply select enter product key. Give the key automatically. Your standard edition or enterprise edition depends upon the key. It will install, guys. Okay, again you might ask how to install enterprise edition. You should have a key. Okay, you have to check with your manager or team lead. They are going to provide you the key base. Okay, so based on that key base, you can pull the keys and you can give the key. That depends upon the type of key. Either it will be a standard edition or enterprise edition, guys. Okay, this is how you can install. So let's go with the developer edition now. Go to next. Of course, for every software we should have this option. I accept the license terms. We have to accept the license terms. And here, guys, here, okay, there are some pre-checks. Okay, you can see here there are some pre-checks: setup administrator, setup account privilege. Okay, if you see here, last check .NET framework 2.0, .NET framework 3.5, guys, these are called rules, global rules, or checks, pre-checks. Either all checks are succeeded, or all checks can be skipped, or all checks can be warning. That's fine, guys. But if one check is failed, guys, is my voice clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, now it's clear, Anand.
Okay, Prasad, just check your internet. Okay, might be there is an issue.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yeah, now it's clear, Anand. At the
okay,
time of
okay,
seeing that.
okay, done. Okay, so if any one check is failed, guys, you cannot proceed. This next button will be grayed out, guys. If any one check, okay, all checks can be succeeded, all checks can be skipped, all checks can be warning, or these are the three options. You can see here: passed, warning, skipped. All 9 checks are passed. There are no failed checks, there are no warnings, there are no skipped checks. But it will accept warnings, it will accept skipped checks. It won't accept in case if one failed check is there. Guys, I have a question for all of you. Restart computer check is failed. How to troubleshoot this issue?
We need to restart the computer, sir.
I need answers from everyone, guys. It is showing restart computer check is failed. Now, how you are going to fix this issue? What is there, guys, to fix? It is clearly saying restart computer means before installing SQL
Restart.
Server, restart your Windows machine. Guys, this is very important. Windows people will play with the Windows Server. They will install lot of softwares. By before giving handover to our team, Windows team will install lot of software. Installing softwares needs restart of the server. Sometimes they will restart the server, sometimes they don't restart the server. Guys, listen carefully. Before installing, after installing, you have to restart the Windows machine. Before and after installation of SQL Server, you have to restart the Windows Server. This is very important, guys. This is very, very, very important. Okay, so yes, okay, so you have to restart the Windows machine, then only you can proceed. Okay, guys, if restart computer check is failed, why? Because I told you, right, in case if one check is failed, you have to fix that issue. Okay, so mostly either .NET framework or restart computer check will be failed, guys. And again, I'm saying before installing the SQL Server, just restart it once. You might ask, sir, you said don't restart the Windows Server. Guys, tell me, can I restart the Windows Server or not during the installation of SQL Server? Or do I need to take any approvals for that?
No, sir.
For fresh installation, no need approval.
Correct. Guys, this is a fresh server. This is a new server. There is no application running on this. This server is not pointing to any application. So there is no question of downtime here. As this is very fresh server, once you install this SQL server, you are going to hand over it to the application. They are going to manage. Once it was live, we will call it as a live. The server is live. Once the server is live, then you have to take the approvals to restart the server. But the server is not yet live. You haven't installed the components. Server is not yet live. You can restart multiple times. No issues. No one will ask you. You can restart multiple times. No need to take any approvals. Happily you can restart. Why? Because this is new server. This is not yet ready. If it is ready, it will be live. If it is live, you have to take the approvals. Then only you have to restart the server. Okay, guys. Fine. So go to next. Please mute it, Satyam. Okay, so guys, this is how it will work, right? Go to next. If you want, if any check is failed, once you fix that check, okay, you can simply rerun it. Again, the checks are going to rerun, guys. Okay, fine. Next. Don't select this Microsoft updates. If any updates are there on this SQL Server, it will try to install with updates. Guys, when it is going to install with updates, if your server is having internet connection, remember, guys, in the organization, your servers don't have any internet connection due to security reasons. Okay, so on your servers, there is no internet. You cannot use internet and you won't get internet also. Okay, so you can skip this option, no issues at all. Go to next. Okay, again, it is installing some setup files, guys. It is going to install the setup files. Done. Again it is going for some checks, guys. You can see some Windows firewall is warning. That's okay. Passed 3. There is no failed checks. Warning is 1. Skip it 0. Okay, so you can proceed, guys. No issues. Right now, feature selection screen, guys. Okay, now tell me, guys, which is the first option I have to choose to select to install the SQL Server?
So database engine. Database engine.
Very good. Okay, without database engine, there is no SQL Server. This is the head, brain, whatever important part is there in your body, everything is this one, guys. This is very important part for SQL Server. This is the engine, like a car engine. Without engine, there is no car. Without engine, there is no bike. Without brain, there is no human. So in such a way, database engine is important. All your data will be stored, processed, and retrieved by this database engine only. These are the extra features, guys. Replication is one feature. There is a separate classes on replication. This is called HADR classes. I'll explain about HADR replication. Okay, so you have to select replication feature. Machine learning, if you want R, Python, I said, right? If you want these components, you can ask, sir, what components I have to choose. I told you, right, in the organization while installing the SQL Server, you have to install the SQL Server using build sheet. In the build sheet, see, some people might want analysis services with SQL Server. Some people might need integration services with SQL Server. Some people might need R. Some people might need Python. Depends upon their requirement, they will ask the components. Whatever components they need, they will mention in the build sheet, guys. So nothing to worry, sir. Which option I have to choose, which features I have to select, nothing to worry. By default, if they ask to install the SQL Server, you have to select database engine, replication, full text. These are the default features to install the SQL Server. Other than this, if they need extra components, they need IS, they need RS, they need AS, they will ask us. Based on that, we have to select those components. They need R, they need master data services. Okay, if they ask, if they mentioned in the build sheet what features they need, okay, you can simply select in the components section, guys. And again, But by default, you have to select these three components. These are the database engine components. These three components should be there, okay, to work with your SQL Server. If they don't mention anything, select these three components. If they mention anything apart from these three components, whatever components they mentioned, select those components as well, guys. These are the specific features. Listen carefully. These are specific features. There are two sections actually. If you see here, there are two sections here: specific section, shared section, guys. Specific section, you can see database engine, you can see replication, you can see some different components, guys, analysis services and all. Okay, so these are the specific features. Shared features, you can see different components: R, Python, machine learning, data quality, different shared features are there, guys. So I'll give you one example. Okay, the PG example. So you are staying in a PG, guys. What are your specific things in the PG? What are your shared things in the PG? PG means, you know, right? Hostel. You are staying in a hostel as a paying guest, PG. So now tell me, in your PG, what are the specific things? What are the shared things, guys?
Rooms.
Washing machine is a shared feature.
Very good,
Rooms.
excellent. Washing machine. So you cannot that hostel owner won't give each washing machine for each person when you joined in the PG, right? It's a shared thing. For floor one washing machine will be there. Everyone has to use that washing machine. Very good. That is a shared feature. Next,
Fridge.
fridge. Of course, shared feature. TV, a shared feature.
TV.
Correct. Your laptop, specific or shared.
Specific.
Specific.
Your
Specific.
phone, specific or shared.
Specific.
Specific.
Your dresses, specific or shared.
Specific.
Specific.
Of course, these are the specific things, guys. Okay, so specific things. When anyone new person joined in the PG, again he is going to buy TV, again he is going to buy washing machine, again he is going to buy fridge, guys. Or these new people has to use existing uh, shared things.
Shared things.
They have
Yes.
to use existing things
Existing
only. He
things.
can't buy new things, right? So shared features you will install only once per machine, guys. Shared features you will install once per machine. I told you, right? You can install 50 SQL Server instances, 50 SQL servers, but only first time you will select shared features. Next time, as already you installed shared features, second instance will use the existing shared features. Third instance will use the existing shared features. So per instance, no need to select these shared features, guys. Only for the first time you will choose these shared features. Next time if you are installing one more instance, automatically those shared features will be installed. No need to install shared components again and again. Only once you will install. Specific components you have to choose multiple times. Another person is coming into the hostel. He will have his own mobile. He will have his own laptop. He will have his own dresses. He will have his own plate, his own glass, everything, right? And if you see, if you remember, if any one of you remember these things, or I don't know how many of you are there in the PG, but we use it to write our names on the plates. Agree? On the glasses,
Yes.
make sure that it's not going to like share by others, shared with others. So we are going to write our name on the plates and all, right? It's very important sometimes, of course, or else there are some what we can say, marks, some blind marks will keep it on our source resources, guys. Okay, so I'll show you that as well. Okay, so you can see specific things you have to select how many instances you are installing. That many times you have to select all these three specific things. Shared things only for the first time you will select. What are the common shared things we are going to install? Client tools connectivity, client tools backward compatibility, client tools SDK, SQL client connectivity SDK. These are the four specific things, sorry, shared features you have to select. Next time if you want to install, no need to select these will be already selected, guys. Okay, so shared features, again I'm saying shared features you will install only once per machine. Next time if you are installing one more instance, no need to choose shared features, guys. In which folder they are going to install? In these folders they are going to install. C program files, Microsoft SQL Server, it will create a folder in C program files with Microsoft SQL Server name. It will create a folder. In that folder, these components are going to install, guys. Guys, now is it clear what are specific components, what are shared components? Any doubts now?
No, sir.
Everyone, please.
Clear,
Clear,
sir.
right? Done.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Simply let me go to next, guys. Software development kit. Okay. SDK means software development kit. That is some supported files. Okay. Someone asked what it means SDK. SDK means software development kit. Okay, guys. Now you can see instance configuration. So what is this instance configuration, guys? So we have two types of instances. Okay. One is default instance. Second one is named instance. Two types of instances. First type is default. Second one is named instance. So what is default instance? Guys, functionality wise both are same. There is no difference at all. Both are same. There is no extra features in the default instance. There is no extra features in the named instance. All are same, both instance. Then why we need two, sir? Okay. Only while connecting to the SQL server. While connecting to the SQL server. Okay. For default instance, you will connect in a different way. For named instance, you will connect in a different way. That is the only thing. Means the way that you are calling is different. That's it, guys. Default instance, you will call it separately. Named instance, you will call it separately. So which instance I have to install? Any instance you can install. But in the build sheet, they will mention either they need a default instance. Can we go? Can we again select specific feature of? Yes, Prasad, that's what we discussed. After 1 month, customers are asking extra features. Again, you can open the setup file. Again, you can go to the feature selection. Customer is asking SSAS. You can simply select SSAS at that time. If you missed any components, guys, this is very clear. For example, while installing, you missed one component. You just installed the SQL Server. No problem. Next time, again, you can open the same setup file. What components you missed, you can select that component and you can install it. No issues. For the same instance, you can add the features again and again. No issues at all. Right. So named instance and the default instance, functionality wise, both are same, guys. Default instance, you will connect with the server name, Windows server name. You will connect with a Windows server name. Named instance, you will give the instance name. While installing, will give one name, guys. That name you will give to connect to the instance. Okay, this is the only difference, guys. There is no other difference. Why some organizations choose only to have named instances on the server? Nothing like that, Sudhir. Okay, nothing like that. It's not like only named instances, only default instance. See, if I ask you that question, customers or organization will follow some standard policies. I told you, right? SOPs, standard operating procedures. Either they will follow only named instances or they will follow only default instances. But again, as I said, you can install both. You can install 50 instances in a machine, right? 50 SQL servers. In these 50 SQL servers, one can be default instance, remaining 49 can be named instances. Only one default instance you can install, guys. But 49 named instances you can install in a single machine. So why some organization will go for only named instances means that's their procedure, that's their protocol, that's their policy. It's not like you have to install for the first time you have to install named instance, or for the first time you have to install default instance. No issues at all. Anything you can install in the machine. Either default instance you can install or named instance you can install. It's not mandatory. If you observe like that, but that might be a procedure for them. That might be a organization policy. Okay, so there is no big difference. Default instance means you will connect using computer name. Named instances means while installing you will give one name, right? You will give that name to connect to the server. That's it, guys. Default instance. Named instance, if you choose, okay, So I'll give one instance name, batch 43 SQL Server 2017. Okay, so actually I'm typing 2017, guys. I'm unable to get it. Why? Because see here how many 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. It will accept 16 characters in the instance name. You cannot give more than 16 characters. If I am typing now, but it's not allowing me, guys. Instance name contains minimum 16, I mean like sorry, max 16 characters. Minimum anything you can give, but maximum is 16 characters. More than 16 characters you cannot give the instance name. Okay, that is one thing. Second thing, instance name cannot start with numbers. Okay, 43 batch SQL Server I cannot give. This is wrong, guys. Why? Because it is not starting, it's starting with numbers. It can't start with numbers. It has to start with alphabets only. That is second check. You cannot give special characters in the instance name. Okay, it will accept only dollar symbol in the instance name. It will accept underscore also, either dollar or underscore. Only these two or any of these two. Okay, your wish. It's not mandatory that you have to give dollar, you have to give underscore. No, if you don't give also not an issue. If you want to give special characters, it will accept either dollar or underscore. It won't accept other. So now tell me, guys, is this a correct instance name? Can I give instance name like this?
We can't
Yes,
use the
No,
space.
space is
no,
not allowed.
maybe. Yes,
Space.
no, maybe, guys. Answers from everyone.
Space
Please
space is
respond in
not
the
allowed.
chat. Please respond in the chat.
Space
Yes
is
or
not
no.
allowed, I believe.
Yes or no. Please respond in the chat. Can I give instance name like this? Please quickly respond in the chat. We have only 1 minute time. Then it will be disconnected. Please, guys. We have 21 people. I'm waiting for the responses from everyone. 13 only responded. 14 responded. Guys, right or wrong, guys. Again, I'm saying right or wrong, not an issue. Just respond. I want to check. 19 people. Still, 2 people has to respond. 2 people, guys. I hope you are not sleeping. If you are sleeping, please woke up and answer, and again you can go to sleep, guys. No? Okay, one person woke up and they answered. Okay, that's okay. That's fine. The meeting is showing 1 minute. So let me quickly check the answers. If the meeting is disconnected, I'll open the meeting link again. Okay. Harminder said no. Pradeep said no. Prasad said no. Saket said no. RV Karan said no. Venkat Shiva said no. Murli said no. Gajanan. Okay. Shravani said no. Jayesh said no. Okay, guys. Okay. Chalo. Let me reopen the meeting link.